Welcome to History Riot. I'm Rory Teller, your guide through the juiciest bits of time. Today we're tackling the dramatic fall of Constantinople to the Ottoman Empire in 1453. Imagine when TikTok was just the sound of a clock and influencers actually influenced. Did you know this event marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and changed the course of history forever? Let's break it down. Take it from here, Kimberly.
So, picture this. The Byzantine Empire, aka the Eastern Roman Empire with its capital in Constantinople, was innovative, influential, and always a step ahead. But by the early 15th century, it was struggling to keep up with the competition. Constantinople, founded in 330 AD and rich in history and wealth, was surrounded by the rapidly expanding Ottoman Empire. By 1451, the Ottomans were led by Sultan Mehmed II, a guy who didn't just want to play Fortnite, he wanted to speedrun world domination. Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror, because Mehmed the Med just didn't have the same ring to it, was laser-focused on taking Constantinople. At just 21 years old, he was determined to achieve what no one had done for over a millennium. In 1452, he built the Rumeli fortress on the European side of the Bosporus Strait, effectively cutting off aid and reinforcements to the city from the Black Sea. It was like Mehmed was saying, "No DoorDash for you, Constantinople." The fortress was a marvel of engineering, constructed in just 4 months, about the time it takes to binge-watch every season of Game of Thrones. Its walls were so thick, they'd put your ex's emotional barriers to shame.
All right, wow, let's pause the battlefield blueprint for a second. This Mehmed guy, a real go-getter if you ask me, not taking no for an answer. Relentless. What's this guy like on Tinder? With the Rumeli fortress locking down the north, Mehmed's game plan was set. But what about Constantinople? The stage was ready for a clash not just of armies, but of two worlds colliding. And folks, when I say worlds, I mean a titan of innovation facing off against tradition armed to the teeth. Go ahead, Kim, because this historical showdown was about to get real.
The city's defenses were legendary. Massive walls built by Emperor Theodosius II in the 5th century, stretching over 13 miles and standing as high as 40 feet in some places. Just imagine walls so impenetrable, even cannonballs needed a permission slip. These walls had repelled countless sieges over the centuries, but by 1453, Emperor Constantine XI and his men were severely outnumbered, facing an Ottoman army of approximately 80,000 to 100,000 troops, with just a fraction of that number on their side. They were running low on everything but hope. In April 1453, the Ottoman fleet arrived with more ships than the Japanese, preparing to attack Pearl Harbor, numbering around 320 vessels. Mehmed brought out the big guns, literally. He commissioned a Hungarian engineer named Urban to cast enormous cannons, the largest of which was a behemoth called the Basilic, capable of firing stone balls weighing up to 600 pounds. These cannons made the city's walls look like they were made of Lego. The bombardment began, and the earth-shaking booms could be heard miles away, striking fear into the hearts of Constantinople's defenders. The Byzantines fought back bravely, like trying to fend off a zombie apocalypse with nothing but sarcasm and good intentions. One of the highlights was the naval battle in the Golden Horn. This narrow inlet was crucial for Constantinople's defense, and the Byzantines had stretched a massive chain across its entrance to prevent enemy ships from entering. This chain was no ordinary barrier. It was a formidable defense mechanism that had successfully kept invaders at bay for centuries. In early April, the Ottomans tried to break through this chain barrier, but were initially repelled by the Byzantine navy and their Genoese allies. The Byzantines managed to hold their ground, displaying remarkable naval tactics and sheer determination. However, Sultan Mehmed II was not one to give up easily. He devised a bold and ingenious plan. He ordered his men to transport their ships overland, bypassing the chain entirely. Using greased logs, the Ottomans hauled their ships from the Bosporus to the Golden Horn, launching them into the water behind the chain barrier. This audacious maneuver proved that even medieval defenses had their loopholes. With Ottoman ships now in the Golden Horn, the Byzantines faced a new front of attack. The once impenetrable chain barrier had been rendered useless, and the morale of Constantinople's defenders began to wane. By late May, the city's walls were as battered as your favorite pair of jeans. The relentless bombardment and continuous assaults had taken their toll. On the night of May 28th, Mehmed launched an all-out assault. After fierce fighting, the Ottomans breached the walls on the morning of May 29th, 1453. Emperor Constantine V fought valiantly, like the protagonist in an epic movie who you know is doomed, but you still root for. Ultimately, he fell in battle, and Mehmed strolled into Constantinople like he owned the place, because now he did. On that very day, May 29th, 1453, he declared it the new capital of the Ottoman Empire, and soon turned the Hagia Sophia into a mosque, because nothing says new management like a grand reopening. The fall of Constantinople was like the series finale of a long-running TV show. Epic, shocking, and leaving everyone talking. It marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, which had stood for over 1,000 years, and the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a major power in the region. Europe was shook. The fall of Constantinople cut off the main overland trade routes to Asia, forcing European nations to seek new maritime routes. This shift in trade routes happened faster than Facebook changes its privacy settings, prompting an era of exploration that eventually led to the Age of Discovery, including the voyages of explorers like Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama. The Ottomans gained control over crucial trade routes, turning Constantinople into a thriving, multicultural hub and a bridge between East and West. For the Ottomans, it was like winning the World Cup, solidifying their power for centuries to come and transforming them into one of the most powerful empires in history.
Thank you, Kimberly. So there you have it. The dramatic fall of Constantinople, the ultimate game changer. It marked the end of one of the longest-standing empires in history and the rise of a new power that would shape the world for centuries. If you enjoyed this historical ride, join the Riot, smash that like button, subscribe for more stellar stories, and drop a comment on what historical event you'd like to see next. We love hearing your thoughts and suggestions, so stay tuned for more intriguing tales from the past. I have to keep rambling so this video can get to 8 minutes long. Apparently that's important when creating content now. Until then, remember, history is a series of stories just waiting to be told. See you next time on History Riot. Bing Bong Bingo, the name of the rainbow is Bing Bong Bingo. You think we are at 8 minutes? Peace and love. Seriously, your subs are very much appreciated and will keep this channel going. Thank you. Damn, still not at 8 minutes. How about a joke? Why don't scientists trust atoms anymore? Because they make up everything.